Hey guys, in today's video I'll be talking about a few things that I have learned while being a content creator. It's been 7 years since I've been doing this. It's about 7 years now, and here are a few things that I have learned. I'm also going to be getting ready for work. Your girl has work. So for my base I've done my skin prep and I used the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. So this is what it looks like. I use this on my skin to give that dewy look. I'm gonna put a video up here to show you guys what it looked like. Then I followed up with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade 7. And for the L'Oreal, this is the shade 904. It's called Deep Glow. So this is all I have on my skin right now. The first tip I want to share is your lighting. Your lighting does not have to be so wow, like you don't have to put too much money in it, but like I notice people focus too much on the wrong things. You want to get a camera, you want to get the latest phone, but your lighting is not the best. I was about to say trash, but I don't want to insult anyone today, but like let's focus on the right things this year. And your lighting is not like, even if I share my lighting setup, like what works for me might not work for you. For instance, when I'm filming in my washroom, I use one LED light because the light in the washroom complements my video. When I'm in my room, like today, I'm using 2 LEDs and 1 backlight, if you notice, because that's what works for this setup. So you need to find out what works for you. And the best one is natural light. You don't honestly need to have so much. You can just start with natural light and a good phone. For my concealer, I'm using the Milk Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer in the shade 24N. I won't say any phone because let's be honest, not any phone will give you the quality that you want, but like a good phone. You can start with like an iPhone 8 Plus because I still have my iPhone 8 Plus and I love it. So you can start with an iPhone 8 Plus and work your way upwards. I'm just using my concealer to give myself nice under eyes. I love this concealer. I actually found out about this concealer when I went to the mall and a brand rep put me on it. Like she was like, have you tried this concealer? I was like, people don't really talk about it, but okay, let me give it a try. And I did try it out and I fell in love instantly. Like this is one concealer that would never leave my makeup routine. Next, I would go in with the Sephora Collection concealer, shade 26N. I'm just going to use this in the inner and outer part of my face. So here, here, and here, here, like so. Put a dot on my nose, here. The next thing is make sure you clean your products before filming, because I come online and I see people's makeup items looking like trash. Yes, this is time where I use the word trash. Like, it's dirty. It's actually filthy. I understand that our makeup items get dirty. Like, that is something I understand. So don't get me wrong. I do understand it. But do you want people to be seeing that? Like, it's not even aesthetically pleasing. Like, me seeing your makeup stained all over the body. So I used to be guilty of this, but I learned the hard way. I was talking to the owner of a cosmetic brand in Nigeria and I showed her a video. She really liked my video, but the first thing she told me was the products are not clean. I learned it the bitter way. She said the products were not clean and it really hit me. I felt bad because I felt like I put too much into that video for someone to tell me my products were not clean. That was the big thing that was what she noticed. Then it made me realize that other people are probably noticing this thing. And if a brand wants to work with you and they check your page and you're showing dirty products, it's a big turnoff. Like, I just want to let you know now. Please endeavor to clean your makeup products in 2024. Like, you don't need to see it's dirty. You can just get alcohol. Like on my table, I always keep alcohol and a cotton pad or cleansing wipes, and I just use that to like clean the body. Even while I'm filming, before I show the product like this, I clean it, then I like display. This product was dirty. I cleaned it, then I just like showed it here so you guys could see. And that's basically my point here. I'm not saying it shouldn't be dirty, I'm saying just clean it. I try to look up and blend. I'm just gonna blend out my entire face and I'll be back. My battery is running low. I just blended out my concealer and I applied my contour in these areas. So here, under my chin, forehead, my nose. Basically everywhere you see contour, that's where I applied it. Then I set again. I always make sure I set after each step so that the setting power of the setting spray will be incorporated into my liquids. Then I just blend everything out. I always make sure to use an angle brush. So back to what I was talking about. I talked about the products, so just make sure your products are clean, please. Moving forward, let's take clean products in our videos. I'm basically done with every part of my face. Then for my nose, I always make sure I switch brushes. So for nose contour, I use something more precise, like this. Tap. And I tend to connect my contour to my brows. And I also applied contour here, so I'm just gonna like drag it out. This is my contour and highlight placement. My next tip for any upcoming content creator, I'm gonna be off and on because my battery is acting up, my camera battery. So make sure you have a script before you film. Don't just put on the camera and just say you want to film a video, because first off, you're gonna talk too much. Secondly, you might probably derail and be out of point. So what I always do is the day before I film, I write down, like I have like a little to-do list on the things I want to achieve when I film. Then I kind of like break it down into like, I itemize the things I want to talk about. So for instance, this video, I have everything written on my iPad, the things that I want to talk about before I actually put on the camera to film, because that way I know I'm on track. So right now I'm done with the base for my makeup. Setting powder, I use the Huda Banana Bread setting powder, and I also use the Flawless Ivy loose setting powder in the shade Banana. Yeah. This one has more of a yellow undertone to it, which I love using under my makeup. So I use this here and I use this one on the outer part. But before I use a loose setting powder, I always make sure to use a pressed powder. So this one is from Face Coat and it's in the shade Tan. This is actually my favorite pressed powder. Maybe after this, I'll probably test the Maybelline pressed powder to see, because you guys have been hyping that powder too much for my liking. So yeah, back to what I was talking about. I'm done with this, and the next part of it is to set my contour. And to set my contour, I'll be using an angled brush like this. I'm just gonna put this, dust the excess, and set it. Try to take this off my face. When I'm working with contour, I always like move upwards. The thing that's helped me as a content creator is before I film a video, I kind of like have the sound that I'm filming with, so that way you know you're in sync. So I know you can still edit your videos to beats, but like if you have your sound or the song you're using ready before filming, you know there's some things you'd want to do in the video, maybe dance or like do some like, you know, give them some spice in the video. That way you know when to do it and if that video needs it, because there's some sounds that want you to give that pizzazz to it, but like if you don't know the sound that you're working with, you probably just create like a plain video and maybe you need to move your body in the video and you didn't move your body in the video, so it's just not going to give you what you want that video to give you. So that is one thing you should also focus on when making your videos. I'm just gonna fill my eyebrows. I use the She Glam Brows on Demand 2-in-1 brow pencil. This is my favorite brow pencil. Anyone who wants to argue should argue with their ancestors, but I love this pencil. It's cheap, it gets the job done, and I think this is in the shade Chocolate. Yeah, this is in the shade Chocolate. I'll fill my brows off camera and I'll be back. I've already set my face. Like I said, I don't really have much time, guys. Another thing you should always make sure you're doing when filming is check your camera, check your device, like check your phone to make sure you're still in focus, check your phone to make sure you're not filming in slow-mo. I know why I'm saying this, because there was a time I was filming a video and I realized that I filmed the entire video in slow motion. It was so stressful. I couldn't use the video because I know people would say, why not just speed it up and use it? But it's never the same when the video was filmed in slow-mo and sped up, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm rushing because my shift starts in less than an hour. I need to start dressing up for work. One thing I noticed that a lot of content creators are so focused on is me. Your content should not be me-centric. Like, it shouldn't just be about you. What are you bringing to the table? What do you want to offer to your audience? Yeah, I love the fact that people do vlogs, but I feel like your vlog shouldn't just be, oh, I did this and I did this. You can also let them know, oh, they should try this can help them with this in your vlog. So I'm not saying don't do a vlog, I'm saying like you should still offer value in your vlog. And value doesn't always have to be educational or like teach them something, but at least show concern to your audience in the vlog, if you get my point. So I have already used my setting spray. For setting spray, I used the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I love this because it literally melts my entire makeup. I used the Zara Lightning mascara for my under eyes, and for my blush, I used a random blush that I got from a supermarket in Nigeria, and I love it because it was like 4,000 naira, right? But like, it gives what it's meant to give. So yeah, I'm just gonna line my lips with the Rare Beauty gel eyeliner. I know I look creepy right now, but I promise you it'll look better. I'm gonna use some setting powder to set my black liner. Then I'm using the Fenty Beauty Fudge Flex on top of this. Another thing I always do with my makeup is I get a powder brush, just get a nice brush like this, and I go back into my pressed powder and I set my under eyes. This I do after spraying my setting spray. Dust it and reapply. Done with my makeup, I need to rush to work. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you learned something from it, a makeup trick, a content creation hack, something that you have not learned before. And if you want to ask more questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Bye my loves, I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Mwah.